Wait for it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shenanigoons, a very goofy sort of fantasy, medieval, industrial sort of game, which I don't really have a good intro for yet, and we'll work one out at some point. We have a lot of craziness going on right now, and this is just give you a little intro into what things are like here. I want to say thank you to my players for being here. We are all mad here. Kyle is running a little bit late. He will be here as soon as possibly. And after that, what do I have to say? I don't remember what I'm supposed to say next. Kyle will be here soon, and I want to thank the audience. I would like to thank you guys for being here. You guys are the lifeblood of what we do here. It was because of you that we did this. We originally just gonna let it go, but we had so many amazing fans that we just had to keep it going. But I had to change it up a little bit. And now you get all this amazingness going on around us that everyone else turned off, and I haven't yet. So it's just going to live there until we go to our little intro video. So if you aren't familiar with what we're doing here, we are playing a very silly, goofy game of Dungeons and Dragons, although we try to be serious. We want to try to be serious at some point. And there'll be parts that are serious, I'm sure. So the problem is that we, us, and also you can interfere by creating chaos across the board. Now,
I mean, it is.
We interfere with our game all the time. So you can get involved. You can affect the game directly. I don't know if anyone's ever going to beat Brindlehooves from last week, but there are 4 ways that you can get involved. You can donate right over there to the bottom. That way. Bottom left, use the tip us down at the bottom. You can gift a reroll to a player. You can use the wheel of causality on a player or NPC. You can introduce an NPC, give me a name and a race, and maybe a little intro into how they are coming into the scene. Or you can give a character a time stop, and a time stop allows them to basically do some godlike thing outside of the time frame. Retrieve an item from a long distance away, do something strange. So there's a lot of cool things you can do there. Also, for every bit that you give to the players, every bit that you give to the stream is a copper in the players' pockets, which we still have not updated the little tracker up there to actually show an amount. So I apologize about that, but be sure that they will be getting that. As we go through that,
we got 10 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to reset it. And you guys have written that down already?
No, because it's not each,
okay.
is it?
No,
it's
the whole
party
party
fund.
fund. Party fund.
It's a party fund.
Put it down to the party has 10 gold.
Yeah, and then lastly, that's it.
I'm not in there.
I was going to show you the wheel, but it's okay. Wait, you're not in where?
D&D Beyond.
Oh, yeah, because you were in it earlier. But that's okay. I'll get that fixed while we go over and take a look at our beautiful little intro vid. Here we go. And when we come back, we'll get started. Wait, should we do our recap before we go into it?
Maybe.
No, I was thinking we do the intro and then summarize what happened in the previous, because we could just roll right into what we're doing now. Let's try it that way tonight.
Let's try it that way tonight and see how it goes.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Dun, dun, dun.
And we are back. So who would like to recap our last episode fairly quickly while I get rid of all the little goofy shit on my face?
I can. I have the notes up in front of me.
Perfect. Go for it.
So prepared.
Well, only because I'm going to take more tonight. So we started off at the Birchfield. Robin gave us a job. We are supposed to go meet. Well, it's the job we'd heard about already in the first session, but we're supposed to go to meet a noble named Susan the Lesser who lives in the nearby town of Alaris. And she wants us to find an infinite tea gauntlet, which is a special metal glove, like a chain glove, that can be used when you're brewing tea, and it can magically recall the flavor and rebrew any tea it's ever made before. And she's super bougie, so she wants this glove so that she can have special fancy tea. She also apparently wants the scones that the glove can make, which are the infinite tea scones. They come in 5 different colors, and they automatically can like regenerate themselves. So if you have a piece of one, it'll keep recreating a new scone over and over again. We went to the Lost and Found and got a few magic items. We also found out about the magic poisoning that no one had told us about yet.
Yeah.
Adelaide.
I mean, I heard quirks. Quirks were the sorry. I heard quirks. Just it's the only thing that I heard of it. Just some weirdness. I didn't hear disease.
Right. Well, Robin
Poisoning.
vomited up a shield, and that's a hell of a quirk.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Also, it teleported Ig from the Lost and Found into the bathroom, which actually turned out to be a good thing for him. We got our various magic items. Merrick got poisonous toothpicks. Val got a paisley pouch that can turn things colors. Bonnie got a torque, and I don't have in my notes what that does.
It's like a tourniquet. It can stop bleeding.
Gotcha. Okay, I will add that. That can.
The tourniquet.
Oh, Jesus.
You're welcome.
I don't want to put that in my notes, but I have to.
That is definitely its name now. Official and canon.
Ugh.
It will auto-stabilize or act as a splint. Logan, we have a whispered question from chat when you have a moment. Sorry, Heather, go ahead.
Nope, that's fine. Arthur got a fortune teller, which is apparently named Cooters. And Adelaide got a fountain pen that sprays things. So it like sucks up to a gallon of liquid and then can spray people with them.
With a note to try acid as soon as possible.
We went and saw Merrick's mom, which made Arthur very happy. Met her and found out a little more information from her about Susan the Lesser. Basically, she's very full of herself, which was not a surprise to anyone. Very narcissistic and always out for herself. So basically, we were told to watch our backs dealing with her, which is good information. We also found out that Merrick's nicknames from growing up include things such as Mary Moo, Marzipan, Marbear, and occasionally Pookie, which he was less than excited about. Then we got on a train, which all of us had concerns about after the last time. And with good reason, because on this train, we ended up meeting a very salty unicorn named Brindlehooves that was upset he couldn't fit into the train through the doors. And we helped him get on, and then Merrick gave him some fake candy, which made him teleport off the train that was moving. So we don't know if Brindlehooves is alive? Question mark?
No, you don't. You have no clue.
We don't know. I helped him get on the train, and Merrick helped him get off.
Yeah, no one knows that that happened except Merrick and whoever may have seen it happen that was in the cars. So yeah, none of us know.
Well, who else was in the car? You had you had a family that was very. There were 3 kids screaming and running around, and 2 parents not paying attention.
Yeah.
So none of them saw it. And then What else did you have? No, and the little girl there didn't want to pet the unicorn after the first time because it's oily and gross. So I'm not sure who else was in there.
Yeah. So we got to Alaris.
I think the porter was there with the food and saw it.
Oh, that's right. The porter saw it. But yeah, the rest of the party has no idea. We got to Alaris and got off the train and discovered a woman holding a sign that said Birchfield. She was in front of a gorgeous carriage with 2 beautiful white horses. And Adelaide was very excited because Val didn't think someone who was full of herself would send a carriage, and Adelaide thought she would. So we'll see how this goes.
Less excited, more smug.
Yes, and now the craziness happens.
Well, Merrick's not here yet. He's being oddly quiet. I think we're safe for a few moments.
He
Are
said
we
something
really?
about going to check on Brindlehooves. He wanted to make sure he got off the train okay.
Oh, well, that's really nice of him.
Yes.
Shockingly nice.
Yeah, I think it might be because he's interested in, the unicorn, because it's not something he sees every day. I mean, not that any of us see it every day, but,
That's true. Well, shall we?
I guess. I mean, he knows where to find us because there's only one Susan the Lesser in town, I'm guessing.
This is
Do you think it means there's a Susan the Greater around?
If there is, I bet Susan the
Probably.
Lesser's better.
Mm-hmm.
probably.
That is Susan the Bitter.
Not Susan the better.
Oh, don't say that in front of her.
Wasn't planning.
All right, well, Adelaide will step towards the person holding the sign. I believe you're waiting for us.
So this is a human woman in blonde hair tied back into a ponytail, wearing a nice pair of pants and a nice tunic top. Are you from the Birchfield?
Yep.
Yes, we are, and Adelaide will.
I'll flash my pin too.
Okay.
My pin doesn't need to be flash. She just wears it proudly.
Weren't there supposed to be 5 of
He had an
He's-
errand to run.
He'll catch up. It occurs to me that I feel terrible about being like, peace, bye, Felicia.
All right. Well, that's fine. She hops over and kind of with a little skip in her step, pops open the carriage door. Inside of this gorgeous carriage is this all red padded leather seating inside. There's a bucket of ice with a bottle of champagne in it and several glasses, and a bunch of little just a little bit of food here and there, some nuts and some berries and shrimp and little skewers of chicken and things.
I just
They're not
want to make sure this is for the people that are going to go see Susan the Lesser, right?
Yes,
You're not expecting other people from the Birchfield.
not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Are you not used to this? I thought all Birchfield traveled in such style.
Adelaide's already climbing into the carriage.
And Arthur's already in it eating.
We came back from a trip to the Underdark a while ago. So, not as many amenities down there.
I don't know what that is.
Just as well.
Yeah. Adelaide.
Thank you. These accommodations are wonderful.
Adelaide just sort of like pats the champagne bottle, just feels the fabric on the thing, and just like reclines like, this feels
Yes, the only question is how are we going to destroy it?
I'm sorry? What?
I was talking
he's
about
kidding.
it was something that happened long ago.
in a book. In a book he was
Reminiscing
reading.
about
Yeah.
yes. The puppies of Mist.
Question.
We have a slightly strange
hate
sense
those.
of humor.
Excuse me, what was your name?
Yes.
Natalie. It's a pleasure to meet you. Where are we going exactly? We should probably leave a note for our companion to join us, rather than have him. The palace. All right, good to know.
What were you expecting?
I'm not familiar with the town, and I was not sure of the accommodations that your mistress, I assume, resides.
My mistress's father.
Ah. We should leave a note for Merrick, is what I'm
Put
saying.
it over there on the job board, maybe.
Oh, I got it.
Merrick!
I got this. Bonnie casts sending to Merrick and just gives him a little, hey, we're going to the palace. Catch you later.
We're leaving your ass.
See you soon.
You should totally invite Brindlehooves with
Invite
you.
him along.
Totes.
He might give you a ride.
Like, oh my god, can you ride Brindlehooves to...
Awesome.
No, she sends Merrick a very nice sending describing where they will be heading and that she will.
Well, then that solves that. I have no qualms about forging on ahead.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Just reclines in the chair. Yep.
So
Feels right. She puts her feet up on the spot on the chair where Merrick would have been sitting.
you are, there's no windows in the carriage, aside from a very tiny little window in the door. So you can see some passing buildings and things, but you can't really make out where you are. It's about a 20-minute ride, and the carriage stops, not abruptly, just casually stops. I made it sound abrupt. And a few moments later, you hear the sound of footsteps outside. You can hear some noise, like some murmuring, polite noise, not like loud and obnoxious or anything. She opens the door. Natalie opens the door, and you are looking at the outside of a building. There's not a lot of it's not fancy. It's very simple. It's what you might expect in maybe a guildsman district or something. Not a lot going on with it. You can hear some murmuring around maybe a corner around the carriage on the other side as you start to come out. As you come out and step onto the street, you see that there is this sort of queue. There's a line of people on one side of the building, kind of just lining the side of the building, about 20 or 30 people, all dressed very, very fancy and kind of outlandish clothing, a little bit more over the top than even you're used to, in just adornments and strange add-ons to these dresses and suits that are just well beyond what could be considered functional. And there's a little rope that kind of keeps them cordoned off from the street, and you see there's a lot of people kind of around on the street there. And there's a pair of double doors with a couple of guards at it, leading into the building.
Does it look like a palace?
No, it looks like a warehouse.
Where are we?
The palace.
Mm-hmm. Where's the red car?
It's inside.
Thank you. Do we go in on our own, or do we need an
Oh,
escort?
yes, here. And she hands you the sign that says.
Oh.
So there's a big 3-foot sign that you're now carrying around. Just use that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She starts, pots back into the carriage, starts cleaning the.
All right.
Like wiping down every surface.
This is very heavy. Could I have some help?
I'll take it.
Oh,
My
wonderful.
mage
Thank you.
hand carry it.
Oh, I don't know about
It
that.
has a glove now.
Hi, Direbear.
I think that was just personal preference, Arthur. I'm not sure you have to do that.
He made a good point.
Oh,
It's for sanitary.
So you walk up to the front. There's two large bugbears dressed in very fine clothing, little ties, and each one
Here's a what?
and they a pike. They
Pike.
have a large pokey like. That's the definition of a pike. And
You cut off. I know what a pike is.
okay, and they're standing on either side of the door as they see you approaching. They kind of, one of them kind of huffs up a little bit, and the other one towards you.
Put your own sign.
Get low.
Natalie told us to show you this. And Val holds up the
Never heard of.
Birchfield sign.
Woman who drives the carriage.
He's kind of like trying to like look really hard in that. You get the idea that maybe his eyesight isn't really.
Would you like to come with me? I'll bring you over to introduce you.
Not leaving my.
Well,
Well,
we promise
considering-
we'll stay here.
Oh, yeah.
Considering Susan the Lesser did ask for us personally, I hardly think that she would be ingratiated to someone who keeping us from her when she sent us for us from so far away.
I don't answer to Susan. Lesser or greater.
Do you answer to Susan's father then?
Nope.
Then who do you answer to?
The boss.
And that is?
Boss.
Can we speak with boss?
Nope.
And why not?
Nobody speaks with boss.
But you do.
I'm not nobody.
I can see that.
You're somebody.
I look at the other bugbear. Does he look
He's just kind of like puffing himself up, trying to look.
okay? So
He's
he doesn't
succeeding, by the
look
way.
more intelligent than the other one.
Not at all.
Oh.
What does your boss look like? I may.
He's got pink hair today.
Oh, well, yeah.
He's wearing a sequin.
Cool. And I'm gonna use my arm. Is he about this? I'll like go up like this. How tall?
How
And,
tall is
like-
Arthur?
No.
He's
Yeah, you have to go way down. It's about 2.
down to like 2, 3.
That's right about right.
Oh yeah. I think I did. In fact, I'm gonna turn around and point 60 feet away and create a silent image of a brief description of what I could gather from
Like a mannequin gnome.
and I'm going to use my action to make him point at each one of them and say, and with his finger, like, come here.
What's going?
Did you see him? He oh yeah, he's over there. Did you? I think he's calling for you.
He kind of starts squinting, looking in that direction. I don't see nothing.
Make it closer.
I'll move it closer.
How much closer?
I'm
How
gonna
bad's
make
his
it-
eyesight?
I'm going to make it walk until it's closer. It's now 50 feet.
This is a really imprecise way of testing
somewhere
someone's
between
prescription.
20 and 10 feet away, he kind of like squints a little bit, and he sees the kind of this pink blurry mop kind of walking towards him. And that's
Yeah. He's pointing at both of you to go see him. We'll wait.
okay. They walk 10 feet forward. Yeah, boss.
I'm going to make him turn and slowly start.
So the one stupider one that has not spoken keeps walking. The other one kind of stops and like looks at his post and looks back.
Hey, take your time. Go.
Hey,
deal with
hey,
this.
buddy. He turns to Arthur.
Yeah.
Hey, you watch this door for me?
Oh well, yeah. I've got this.
He hands you his pike.
Oh sweet.
All right, thank you. And he like heads off. Hey, boss, what do you want? And they start
He's gonna
following
walk
him off.
his 60 as far as I can take it with the spell, and then, okay, guys.
Okay.
I start to go.
Adelaide, just bewildered, follows Arthur.
Same for Val. She's like, what the hell just happened?
I'll lean the pike again.
No reason to make them too mad.
Yeah, let's go.
Hold on, I'm adjusting Mike's volume.
I'm too quiet.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why would
Hopefully
you
that'll
be
help.
too quiet?
Mike is never quiet.
We're not doing it ASMR.
All right. Sorry, everyone.
ASMR D&D.
I was whispering.
That's what we should do next. We have
ASMR
final
D&D?
rights.
ASMR
We have the final rights all tiefling D&D, and so then we should have an all ASMR D&D.
I love it. All ASMR.
ASMR.
I can't take credit for
Yeah.
that. That was Andy's character idea.
Yeah, that was. I remember
Just
that.
an ASMR that pulls
Um,
candy wrappers out of his pocket. Just goes,
That's horrible. Since we've broken the immersion already, I just want to say hello, everyone. Thank you for all the raids and all the things that have already happened and all the new people that are here for the first time. And I am trying to talk. And you first timers here, this is probably a pretty typical D&D game, I would guess. I was going to say this is atypical, but it really isn't. This is probably just what it's like around your table or any table out there. So thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. I hope we're entertaining. It will get in the swing of things here, especially after we.
Ooh, Matthew, I like that idea. A thruple of hot
So do I.
ASMR or ASMR, ASMR. I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
Hot ass
guys to-
ASMRs.
Yeah,
Hot
hot
ass
ass
ASMRs.
ASMRs to go with our
Hot ASMRs.
Teaching Tuesdays.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. So you guys open the door, and inside it looks. You get some a little bit more upbeat tavern music. It is, but it's also got kind of it's almost like remixed classical. You get this idea of kind of just a more exciting, kind of almost, well, I guess remixed classical is the best way I could put it. And there is a very distinct kind of bougie vibe in here. Everyone is dressed up extremely well, and anyone who's drinking is drinking wine, or some sort of fancy, maybe champagne type drink. There are waiters running around with trays with different foods and things. They all look like they are alchemical gastric nightmares. But they all, they just look very, very interesting. This is broken into 3 main rooms here. And the back one has the music in it, kind of filters forward really well. The middle one has the music, and the back one is the VIP section. And there's a bar and tons of people just kind of floating around here. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Is there a live band playing, or is it?
There
just
is, yes. It's a live 5-piece sort of, not all string, but mostly string.
How is their violinist? Are they
They're
good?
okay.
Are they okay? Can Bonnie make her
Yeah.
way over there and Lindsay Sterling it up a bit? Trying to.
Go ahead. Go give me a performance.
Alright, let's try this.
We've lost Bonnie for the evening.
Well, let's see.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to go ask at the bar if they know where this Susan the Lesser person is.
29.
She sounds pretty good tonight.
I have a +10 to my performance. I rolled a 19, so
So I just want to make sure there was no issues there. What were you saying? 29? 29 at level 5?
Yeah. I have a +10 to performance.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Bonnie Sterling.
Bonnie Sterling.
Your new stage name.
So you go over and you play the pants off of pretty much everybody there, and you've never even heard the song before. But they were all very impressed. They seem to go along with it very well, and they kind of start playing towards your lead a little bit. And we'll even go into some different music if you want. They'll pretty much go wherever you want them at this point. Do you want to lead them into something new, or do you want to kind of stick within that wheelhouse?
I want to stick within the wheelhouse because I don't want to be too, like, y'all should pay attention to me, but she just wants to jazz it up just a little bit. Try to make a bit of an impression.
All right.
Hopefully a good one.
Well, you've definitely made an impression with them, and probably a few of the people that are in that particular room watching. So, good job. At one point, this kind of a short gnome, a fairly tall gnome walks up in the front row. He's dressed incredibly beautiful tunic, along with these very nice pants and what look like kind of very unique boots. They've got like these weird lines kind of going across them. They kind of glow slightly, and he's wearing some big round glasses. It's got kind of a mustache and a little bit of a goatee going on, and he's got just kind of shorter hair. It's actually styled nicely. It's not crazy. It's not like some of the people in here. He looks like the most normal person in here, but he also gives off this presence like he is the absolute epitome of cool in this place. And he just kind of listens for a bit, and then he just kind of claps at the end.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say after a song or two, Bonnie, I'll take her, thank the other musicians for letting her play along and kind of take her leave to make her way back through the crowd.
He'll actually intercept you as you're coming back. You're very good.
Oh, thank you.
Where?
Ashnar's tooth.
He kind of like thinks for a minute. You see like little almost like a little glow in the glasses that he's wearing. Like there's a little bit of a some sort of arcane runes or something kind of flash on them, just briefly, very subtly, but enough that you notice. What was? Tell me something very interesting about Ashnar's tooth. Something that most people don't know.
Ashnar grows a very specific type of tree, which is used for a lot of their wood, and a lot of people don't know that most of the boats on the island are created from this super buoyant, it's almost cork-like, but much stronger, which helps the boats really.
So what is that tree called?
It is called Ballast Oak.
Ballast Oak. So he kind of rattles off a little bit of information about the island. He says, "Oh, this is off the coast of," and he'll give you some of the basic information. He says, "You grow the ballast tree, right? The ballast oak there."
Yes.
No, yes. I'm interested in getting my hands on some.
Oh, I'd be happy to connect you with the local dockmaster who harvests.
Maybe take me there personally.
Perhaps
I have my own guy.
And then Bonnie
Would you like
found a pirate sugar daddy.
I would definitely enjoy seeing your galleon.
Excellent. Maybe.
Excellent. I find myself at a disadvantage. I'm Bonnie.
Journey.
Nice to meet you, Joni.
All right. So what are the rest of you doing?
Laughing at Tessa.
I'm I would have moved as far or mingled in with the crowd as much as I could away from the door in case the guards. I don't think they're going to be smart enough to come back, but so they didn't peer back in.
Adelaide's gonna be glancing around the room, looking for anyone who might seem like a noble. Looking for someone who looks like a Susan.
Everybody looks like a noble in here.
They're gonna say everyone looks like a Susan in here.
You would guess that if Susan Lesser is as important as everyone says, they are back in the VIP section.
Val's gonna go ask the bartender.
All right, what does the bartender look like?
Okay. Let's go with a half orc. Well, no, because I'm a half orc. Let's go with a dwarf, but he's up above the bar, so he must have some sort of like bench walkway behind it.
Okay, what is he? Sorry,
Dwarf.
Dwarf. Okay.
And he's got a really long beard that's dyed multiple colors and braided like way over fancy.
Okay.
And like a flock of eagles hairdo with like the star makeup around one eye.
So like Kiss and Flock of Seagulls mixed together.
Yes.
Love it.
And like crazy colors. Excuse me.
Hey, little sister, what can I do for you?
Right. I was wondering if you could point me in the direction of Susan the Lesser. We were sent here to meet her, but they didn't tell us exactly where she was going to be.
Susan the Lesser? Why Susan the Lesser? Susan the Greater is so much.
I don't know what other people call her. I know her name is Susan the Lesser.
No, Susan the Lesser is the little sister. She likes to hang around.
Around back, like over there, and she points at the VIP section.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You want a drink to go?
I'm good right now. Thanks, though. I like your hair.
All right. You're lying. Which one?
The one on your head. This one.
I'm partial to this one. And he points to a particular.
Right. Nice talking with you. Thank you for the help. And she goes extricates herself as quickly as possible.
Goddamn.
Any news, Val? Sorry, Adelaide. Go ahead.
It's okay. When I noticed the VIP section, I was gonna step over to
the bar.
But if we went to the VIP section.
So as you head over to the VIP section, there are two. I want to use bugbears again. I'm trying to think of what else I want to use. What are the two? They're the same race. So what are the two that are guarding the? What race are they? Kind of bouncing at the VIP.
Goliaths.
Something interesting. Okay, Goliath is good. So there's two Goliaths there.
They have mirrored tattoos.
Oh, that's a good idea. Only half of their face each. Like they can only afford one face tattoo, but they each got half.
They're natural. They're twins. They just were born like that.
They
it's where the zygote split.
One male, one female. So what first that has to rhyme.
Oh, has to rhyme.
Millie and Vanilli.
God damn it.
Better than Hans and Franz. Was what I was coming up.
Million Vanilli.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
I was gonna say million Nilly, so at least it wasn't
We're following.
quite so
We're
bad.
following Adelaide at this point.
Yeah, I was happy to. I'm happy to just retcon that and say I waited for you guys.
Okay, that's
before
fine.
Doing that.
Even Bonnie, I would have said you could have had some time. Bonnie was there
Waiting
a bit,
for
so-
Val to get back from doing her
Val and
fact-finding.
Arthur probably. So Arthur, you this whole time you keep like kind of like maybe just ducking your head and looking. You don't see those guards from out front come in at all. So you looks like you're in the.
So yeah, Adelaide will step to the two. Actually, no, she's not going to step to them. She's not going to acknowledge them and walk toward the VIP section like she's supposed to be there. So she's just walking with intention, like, oh, there's no reason they would stop me, and like just try to fake her way into the VIP section.
Give me a deception check.
Okay.
Or does Val actually believe that she belongs? That there is no reason they would stop us, or is she trying to act like? Does she believe at all in her mind that they might stop her? Might stop her.
She thinks that she knows how to navigate these situations.
Then it's a deception check. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Oh shit.
Oh, Furbolg would have been good. I'll use them next.
Deception. I'm okay at that, but that is a flat 20, not a natural 20.
All right. So you guys are watching as Adelaide just kind of positions herself and postures herself right past them. One of them, the woman, Vanilli, gives a little bit of a like kind of looks and then kind of just quickly like looks over to Millie, who shrugs a little and just lets Adelaide go. However, Val, they look at you as you're kind of following up, and Arthur, and they're like, they kind of like step together a little bit. They are obviously going to stop the two of you.
That's fine. I still have the Birchfield sign.
Just carrying it through. I like the idea that she just put it against the bar as she talked to that guy, or better yet, just held onto it the whole time.
What is it with you and being a sign spinner everywhere, Val? Heather?
I don't know. It's unintentional. Yeah, sorry. We're looking for Susan the Lesser. If you don't mind getting her attention. We were sent from the Birchfield. She holds up the sign. Natalie brought us here and said we should use this to get in. I don't know. Seems a little convoluted, but it's what happened.
What's your name?
My name's Val.
On the list? And he pulls up a little clipboard and he's like flipping through names. Actually, the big scroll he unrolls that he's looking through names. You're not on the list. You're gonna have to go.
All right. Is anyone from the Birchfield on the list? Oh, God. Did they put it under my full name? Valeria Redfang Clark.
No, there's no V's on the list anymore. They're all checked in.
Gotcha. Okay. Look, I don't...
Do you think that we're prejudiced against V?
No.
We
I
don't talk
honestly
about
don't.
V names since the incident.
I happen to like the V a lot.
I honestly don't care.
Millie says we have.
Look, here's the short version. We were hired from the Birchfield to come here and help Susan the
Who's
Lesser.
the Birch?
The Birchfield Institute in Ashport.
Adelaide sort of peeks around them, seeing that they're having trouble getting in, and just sort of like tries to be like, just go around. I'll be right there. Just go around. Wait.
Val, they're really good at their job, and we're just gonna leave right now. Okay, just come with me. Thank you very much.
I hate this job
so as
so
you guys
much
are
already.
talking, Vanilli looks over and sees Adelaide doing that with a nat 20 on their perception check. Sorry.
My name is Adelaide Chaucer. I'm here to just speak, and she just starts walking towards the people in the VIP. I'm just going to be a minute. I'm walking over here. I have an appointment.
So the VIP room is about a third of this entire place, so it is just as big as each of the other two sections. There's probably 100 people in here. There are all these different like kind of booth-like sunken areas in the floor with half dozen to a dozen people in each one.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to see into each area, as each one's just kind of a pool of light inside of darkness.
Adelaide will she'll call out. How loud is it in here? Very loud,
It's not that loud because it's more loud out there. I mean, there's people talking, but again, they're not. It would be rude to be too loud. So it's just normal party level.
She will call out into the VIP section. Susan, darling, your Birchfield lackeys are here. Where are you, Susan?
So you see a woman in a very poofy dress stand up. She looks to be maybe 19, 20. Human, very fair skin, light, kind of a dirty blonde. She turns, she looks, obviously has kind of a command about her. And she's got these beautiful, like large poofy flowers kind of just cascading down and across around her hip and then down into the dress itself. And it's kind of a purplish dress with pink flowers.
You said she was human, or
she's human, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Susan the Lesser.
And as you connect with them, the other two kind of turn back their attention to Val and Arthur as you guys leave. Bonnie, you're getting off the stage now, and you've just finished your interaction with Joni.
Joni, do we make arrangements to meet up later? Like just kind of.
He puts his arm out and wants to take you over to the bar for a drink.
Okay, she'll see that it's in hand and she'll go to the drink. She figures.
Sees Val and Arthur trying to get through security. They're fine.
Yeah.
I saw Adelaide get in. She's like,
Yeah.
When they need me.
Val's just gonna like walk along the edge of the VIP. She's not trying to get in. So like she's not trying to jump whatever fence or whatever they have there. She just goes and stands nearby.
Yeah, there's like this about a half wall all the way across dividing off the VIP section, and it's all stained glass all the way down. Just kind of an abstract, nothing in particular, but each one is its own sort of different design all the way across.
Okay.
As Vals walks away, Arthur's gonna just slowly stop and turn around. He's gonna go back to the Millie Vanilla. Is it Millie Vanilli?
Millie and Vanilli.
Vanilli, yes. Yeah. So I approach them. Are you getting paid for this event?
I mean, yes. Well,
what? I don't know the going rate of well here. It's like a well drink.
We get 12 a week.
12 well?
Gold.
Oh, 12 gold a week, yeah. What if I were to give you... He'll pull out 6 coins. Gold coins.
I was going to say, what color coin?
What if I were to give you half of that right now? You know, just to let me in and to never let Val through. That's Val. She's trying to sneak in. You know.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'll give you your answer as soon as we get married.
I take back everything I said about not having any trouble until Kyle got here. Good job, Mike.
Kyle, are you? I don't know if he's listening. Yay! And then and you're gonna need to drop
Yep.
and come back, and that should put everyone where they belong. And I just need to fix the overlay.
Woo.
Kyle, Lord Emperor or Imperial? Lord Imperial.
Imperator.
I don't ask anymore.
Imperator of advertisement. Wow.
I'm here for this.
Merrick had
No,
like a hangover
I don't
moment.
think Kyle's supposed to be fourth, guys.
No.
Nope, that's the wrong order. I think.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
I need to drop maybe.
What? Okay, hold on. What's the order?
The order is Mike, Heather, me, Kyle, and Angela.
Kyle is under Bonnie right now, so no. Oh wait,
You move things around.
we have a different layout for it. There we go.
Hooray.
I forgot to switch to the right layout. That was
There
my
we
problem.
go.
There we
All right, there we go. Hey.
Huzzah!
Merrick, so here's what I propose. We piece together what happened to Merrick when we started the session. Because you look like you had a time. You killed a man, and then you got off the train and were by yourself and had to...
Merrick has been trying to kill a man, several men, and women and people.
But he successfully killed a unicorn.
There you go. That's what drove him mad.
Killed a man about a horse.
So,
a horse
Merrick,
about a man.
while you were at the train, you got distracted by something, made some excuse about going off to take a look at Brindlehost, make sure he got off the train all
Sure.
right, which you already know he did, but all
Of
right.
course.
And then after that, you got a sending from Bonnie saying that they are going to the palace, and that you should meet them there. So what was Merrick actually doing? What was he distracted by enough to miss the carriage ride to the palace?
There was an advertisement for free trout juggling, and it sounded intriguing. So I decided to go check it out. And it was exactly what it sounded like. There was no euphemism, like Merrick thought. Merrick referring to himself in the third person because he got hit in the face with a trout several times. So if you see an advertisement for free trout juggling, just know that there's something fishy going on.
Oh. Mm.
Welcome back, sir.
I'm so delighted. I'm so delighted right now.
So, something fishy.
And I'm having a drink.
Now, how did you deserve it, sir. How did you get across town about a 20-minute carriage ride to the...
Oh, hitchhiked under a carriage. Did the whole, Spider-Man
How
thing.
would you know that they are going to the...
I had to do it several times. That's why it took me so long.
Oh my god. He rode under the carriage we were in the whole time.
So, but how would you have found out the right one going to... Or going...
He ended up first he ended up in a club called The Carriage.
And then I ended up in a stable, and then a hospital wing. It was actually an ambulance that I had gotten under. I just listened to the sound of too much money.
All right, I'll buy that one.
I know that sound.
So you end up outside of a warehouse in the Guildsman district, not in front of any sort of palace. However, there's a line of about 60 or 70 different nobles, or what you would consider nobles, standing outside waiting to get into this club. These double doors and these large people outside. However, there are two bugbears standing about 60 feet away from the entrance. One of them has a pike. They look very confused, and they're just kind of standing there waiting. The middle of the street.
So Merrick will pull out his disguise kit and kind of clean himself up a little bit and put some blush onto his cheeks and move closer to the bugbears, stashing any weapons, of course.
Bugbears.
They're nowhere near the building, just to be
Oh.
clear.
Oh,
They're 60 feet away, standing in the middle of the street.
fuck 'em.
Okay,
I know
good, I'm just setting the scene for you, buddy.
Okay. All right.
It's good for the audience.
Yeah.
They know why they're.
Okay. Just
They look
All right.
extremely.
all right.
You get the feeling though that they're supposed to be guarding this door because they kind of keep looking back occasionally, but they stay.
And is there somebody else guarding the door?
There's a
Into-
pike
No.
leaning against the
There's
door.
a pike leaning. One of them has the other pike is leaning up against.
Okay. Well, the nobles are just waiting. They're not going.
No, they're nobles.
They know how to queue, Kyle.
Oh, that's fair. So Merrick is going to, now that he has childlike impressed himself up, he is going to yeah, you're welcome, Ange.
Now that he's gonna be a kid,
He's going to sidle up. He's going to sidle up to the first noble that's up
All
in
right.
the line. I think my mom's inside. Can you?
Give me a deception check.
Okay. Oh, I need to open my character.
No, just make it up. It's fine.
I'll just roll a die. We'll see how I do, and then you tell me how if that.
He is disguised, so he. I'm
Oh,
pushing.
That's a 15
Do it-
on the
do
die.
advantage.
Let me grab my character sheet here real quick.
Yeah, so you'll have advantage too because you have a disguise on.
That's wrong. Okay. That was a 3 on the die, so no.
No, thank you.
All right, and that's a 15 plus loading. Thank you, DDBO.
Not a sponsor. Want to put out there.
Plus 5, so 20.
20. Awesome. So 20. So so the gentleman that's standing there, he has this kind of rainbow tunic on, but it's kind of a muted colors, but it's still got this beautiful rainbow pattern to it. And he's got these hot pink kind of tight leather pants on. And he's got this huge cape that is probably 4 inches thick of just puffy black or white with speckled black pattern to it, and a huge kind of bolo like fringe around it. And he's wearing a felt top hat that is probably the color of the top of the rainbow, the purple at the top. And he's just, oh dear, let's go in and find your parents. And he takes you by the hand, and he just walks right in.
Thank you. What?
So go ahead.
My name is Bobby. What's your name?
God damn it, Kyle.
I'm an agent of chaos.
I'm Reinhardt.
Someone donate a wheel of causality on Merrick right now, please.
Right.
So he
Ryan, Right.
good enough.
Okay.
And he'll take you by the hand. He takes you inside and just starts kind of looking around. So what are your parents?
It's just my mom that's in here, and she
Okay, what is your?
she looks real. There's a word for it. It's uptight. There's she's she's got black hair, and she's kind of tall, and she always has books on her.
Is she much of a drinker? Would we find her at the bar?
She used to be.
Then she took an arrow to the knee.
Is she full of herself because she is actually important, or just she thinks she's important?
She's the most important person in the world.
To you, yes, but I meant to real people.
I'm not real.
Do you think she's in the VIP section?
Mom, this mean man. Just said I'm not real. Mom.
All right. So we both got what we wanted here. You're in. I'm in. Are we done?
Yeah.
All right. And he turns and swishes his cape and starts walking away.
I just wanted it noted that this is the
I got
first
23.
time I've cried on stream.
A 23 insight into his deception.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I rolled a
Beautiful.
17.
That's beautiful.
No, that's
I'm gonna murder you.
So, Merrick, as you walk in, you look around and kind of look into this 3-section thing. You look into the middle section. There's a bar there. You see Bonnie linked arms with a small gnome. And everyone in here is very overly ostentatious. It looks like a medieval Met Gala. Okay, it's like that level of just strange. But except for one person, well, besides your friends, there's one person that is just dressed in a very nice, what we would consider, a suit, not a modern suit, but just like nice tunic, very well dressed, a leather doublet, nice pants, and strange boots that have these like little strange glowing lines on them, a pair of glasses, kind of round glasses, and a nice, just clean trimmed haircut. And he is locked arms with Bonnie, and they're heading over to the bar. Way at the back, you notice that Arthur is sitting there. Give me a perception check. Arthur, are you trying to be subtle?
I'm just right in front of him. I would be kind of like trying to keep it kind of on the down low, yeah.
Give me a stealth check.
total of 16.
As he looks over at Val and kind of nods to you and puts his hand out subtly. What'd you get, Kyle?
I got a 16.
Kyle, what'd you get?
16.
Okay, so Kyle, you see Arthur giving some money to this gentleman, and this gentleman kind of steps aside. This large Goliath with half a face tattoo. He steps aside as Arthur walks back into what's obviously a VIP section, and the Goliath takes about half the money, slides it to another Goliath, a woman next to him who has the opposite half tattooed, the same tattoo, just mirrored, and they just kind of go back to their post.
Posted outside the VIP.
Right outside the VIP room. Now, the VIP room is just as wide as the rest of the building, and it's only got a small half wall. Well, it's about your height, but a half wall across the entire thing. But that's all that you see. You see Val kind of standing on the outside of that half wall. You see Bonnie over there. You see Arthur walking in. What do you do?
I go up to the bar.
Okay.
And clamber up onto the bar stool. And as soon as I catch the bartender's attention...
So this dwarf who's up on this like little railing, obviously so he can stand up a little taller behind the counter, comes over and he's got this a long rainbow colored hair. Is that what I remember correctly? And what else was it unique about him, Val?
Flock of eagles.
So is it flock of eagles?
Flock of seagulls.
Flock of seagulls meets
star
These
tattoo.
are
Kiss.
eagles.
No, flock of eagles. Yeah. So it's a flock of seagulls meets Kiss. Kind of demeanor and look to him as he comes over, very kind of swishing and swaying. What do you?
I came in with Monsignor Reinhardt, and
I love that guy.
He was rather kind. He was hoping that he would get the largest gin fizz that you can possibly whip up. I'll of course cover the cost.
Oh, righty. And he goes back and he just starts making this large stein mug full of gin fizz.
Oh, could you make that 2 more for your Goliath compatriots over there by the VIP?
They're working. They can't drink.
They can't or they shouldn't.
He kind of looks like down at the table and just kind of waits for a second.
Slides more money across the...
He starts making.
Perfect. And now, Merrick waits.
Okay. So, Val, during all of this, you see the woman there, and she looks
You mean
at you,
Adelaide?
and she kind of like,
You
Adelaide,
call me
sorry,
Val.
looks at you and goes, no, you want my sister. And she points to like the very back corner, kind of dark. You hear some kind of cackling back there with a large group of young men, all kind of surrounding this one young woman there. She looks like she's maybe 13, 14. And she has a very similar dress, but it's the opposite. And it is hot pink with the purple flowers.
Adelaide will march towards the cackling.
Okay.
Lady Susan.
Yeah.
My name is Adelaide Chaucer. I work for the Birchfield. I believe you hired me.
Like, am I really supposed to?
Do you want the tea gauntlet?
Kind of busy right now. Oh, you're those people.
Yeah.
I guess. All right. You're a little late. I expect you like hours.
Sorry,
Like,
At
I'm not really
the
sure what I
mercy
do
of the
now. I'm kind of busy. You see, I've got like all these people around me, although they're kind of boring now, so go away. And she kind of steps. So, like, are you going to do this thing?
We'd like to. We need some
Alright.
information from you, if that's all right.
I guess. You say we, but I only see you. Like, are there more of you got a mouse in your pocket?
Arthur would have made his way over to Adelaide.
Oh, look, it's the mouse.
You put yourself in a very difficult place to find. My friends are around.
Yeah, but I
Would you
like
like to speak
expect
to
you
all
like
of us?
yesterday, so, but it's all right.
Glad it's all right then.
So, like, my daddy says that you guys are going to do this, so I guess you're going to do.
That's the plan.
Well, that's good to know, because, like, I really need this thing, because, like, it's going to complete a collection that is, like,
Fascinating. So, is there anything you can tell us, or are we just supposed to find out any information ourselves?
I thought you were the experts in this. Like, I don't even know what to tell
Very
you. What do you want to know?
True. If you know of anyone who was previously in possession of it, or where you heard about
Like,
it.
it's been lost for, like, years or something. Like, we
Mhm.
learned about it in history class. It was really.
Adelaide glances at Arthur with just the most set jaw.
You're doing great. Keep going. Can't wait to see how it ends.
Well, Lady Susan, we will do our best.
Who's the lesser, please?
Very well. I wasn't sure.
I have a title.
Of course, Susan the Lesser. Is there any reason for us to speak to your father about this particular mission, or are we just supposed to be...
I mean, if you know where he is, I guess you can. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't really.
Well, you want the gauntlet retrieved.
Yeah,
So
like, isn't that what we're talking about? Like, why did it take you so long to get to that conclusion?
it would behoove you to help.
I don't even know what that means. That was kind of a big word. You know that I'm like 14.
Well, you seem like a very mature 14.
I know I'm like the most mature in my class.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Where would your
this
father
is what I
be?
live with,
You know,
y'all.
hey, by the way, Susan, your dress is so much prettier than your sister's over there. Just wanted to let you know that.
Oh, I hate this dress. It is so ugly. She wanted to dress up and be like, she'd be like, we could be twinsies, and I hate being twinsies.
So you didn't.
Twinsies
You
is
didn't.
it's very gauche. No, daddy buys me all my clothes. I pick out some of them, like I have them custom made, like with my allowance. But yeah, no, not this one. But like when you come here, you have to dress up in a certain way. Like, how did you?
We're very good at our job.
Your job is to break into places looking like crap.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to get back at your dad?
Like, why would I want to do that? Like, you get mad at me and like cut off my allowance, like, and we take away my gold bars. No, thank you.
Gold bars.
It's the name of the club
Part
that
of the
shows across
club.
town.
They're Gucci.
I mean, if I were you, if I were 14 again, I would just bring this entire party back to the.
Ew. Like, do you know what these people are like? They're like very gross. No, thank you.
Where
like-
is your father?
But, like, probably at home. I don't know. Gosh.
Where is your home?
Ew. Like, that's rude. You shouldn't be asking like a 14-year-old girl like where her home is. That's like very rude. Like, you could be some kind of like skeezy person.
I want to.
Adel,
Oh
just,
my God.
I think we're done.
Please
here,
just go
Adel.
back and
All
talk
right.
to Susan the Greater so that we don't have to hear the
When
voice
we-
anymore.
When we find the gauntlet for you, when we find it, how should we get in touch with you? How should we speak to you?
I thought the Birchfield like sent you. So like maybe you should take it back to the Birchfield and they'll get it to me. Like, isn't that how it's supposed to work?
Suppose?
Like,
Fine.
I thought this was like a delivery service, but like I didn't know they were gonna send
Oh.
like people like you here.
Adelaide
seems like
takes
kind of
one
sad.
little step forward
Like
and looks
she has,
down at Susan the Lesser.
oh, what is? Oh, you smell like school. Oh, and she like
Do you mean paper?
gross old.
That is a very nice smell. We will fulfill the contract. You've been very helpful.
Oh God. Well, like if you really wanted to know more about like where it might be, because it's like in some cave or like some gross place inside the valley that's here.
Oh, thank God.
Like I would go talk to maybe like my teacher. He's like really smart. And he's kind of cute, I guess. But he's like a transmutation wizard. His name is Ban.
Ban. Where would we find him? I doubt he's here.
Probably the school. Yeah, no, like gross. Ew, why would he be here?
Oh, my teacher's at the
He likes
club.
he wears tweed.
Everything out of this girl's mouth makes me want to bop her. All right. Then we will check in with him again. This time a little sincere. You've been very helpful.
I guess. Like, good luck and whatever. I really would like that thing, so thanks or whatever.
You're welcome.
I'm. As she walks away, I would like to silent image. Really, really, the worst makeup job I could possibly do on her face as she walks back to her group.
Make her look like her sister.
All right. So you silent
Hail
image.
twins.
She's not going to see it. And the idea that any of the gentlemen around her are going to say anything is probably very low.
Trying to.
But
Sometimes they're just for
I was going to
Arthur.
say, but does not mean that they have not noticed. You've seen some looks kind of in the periphery, like, like what just happened? Thank you,
Adelaide-
Kyle, for the help.
Which Kyle? Okay.
Knowing
For
her, she
helping me
probably
with
turned
the-
it into some like
Oh, right, yeah.
new
yeah.
fad.
I-
Kyle's been helping me.
Adel,
Like, while we're playing a game, we totally just like run around and like kill some boars and then like skin them and then throw their flesh into a barbecue? It was like the worst.
Adelaide just sort of in a bit of a rage daze walks towards the exit of the VIP section.
Okay. What have Val and Bonnie and Merrick been?
Val's been watching from the other side of the half wall and just like seeing the small steam vapors start to come off of Adelaide. She's like, you know what? I think I'm good out here.
Well, it's good out here.
Blessing in disguise.
Bonnie is enjoying Joni's company and is getting to know more about his interest in the ballast oak, if possible, and where his galleon was made.
So he rattles off the locations about where his galleon was made. It's made by some of the finest people out there. He says that he just made, I've made a few adjustments myself here and there. I'm a little bit of a tinker, an inventor.
Fascinating. I would love to see the adjustments.
I think
worked on many ships.
I think the common term is artificer.
Oh. Well, I'd be fascinated to see the adjustments that you've made. I've made many, many a ship.
Well, we'd have to go to Ashport. I don't have, obviously not here in this valley, but we can get there. We could take my train.
I am currently here on a job, and I actually just got off the train, but perhaps when I finished, I'd be happy to see it.
That sounds wonderful. What are you doing tonight?
I need to confer with the rest of my companions.
I'd like to
but
have
I'm
a
not
conference
sure
with you too.
Okay, that sounds good. Right over her head.
My place?
Sure. That sounds good.
And he'll give you the...
Thank you. It was really nice meeting.
Merrick, what...
Are there any little drink umbrellas?
Sure.
Cool. So he is kind of playing with a few of the drink umbrellas, like just kind of moved a glass over in front of him. And he's going to be removing the tops of the umbrellas from 5 of them. And will just put them into his pouch.
Oh, no.
Adelaide, where are we going? What do you suggest?
Far away from her.
Yes, well, as far as possible. Were we going to ask Susan the Greater or
No,
the teacher?
let's go speak with the teacher. Let's go find the others first.
If you think of a question I could ask Cooter.
Who?
Cooter.
Oh, right. Sure. I'll let you know. Will I have to be anywhere near a 14-year-old girl again? Is my question.
No. We'll do this after we leave the
Okay.
VIP. Val was having a really hard time getting in.
Well, I mean, the armor might have thrown them, so sure. Adelaide will look over the crowd trying to find a familiar face at all.
Familiar how?
Like Val, Bonnie, Merrick.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of them.
You'll see them. Yeah, you've seen them. No problem.
Adelaide saw Val waving and will head towards Val. Wait, so I see Merrick?
Yeah.
Good, he made it.
Yeah.
He's dressed up like a little...
Of course he is. Well, at least he found his way over.
I have Cooter whenever you're ready.
Oh, you have one too. sweet. We should all get them.
I don't know how to make.
Merrick!
Mama.
She will like put a hand on
As
his
the two of
face.
You walk
if she has
past
to-
the Millie and Vanilli. They each have a large fizzy drink in their hands that they are drinking.
Have a wonderful evening, you two.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we'll side up to Val, and if Merrick comes near me with a mama hug,
No, he'll stop that like right as they approach, and then just.
I have already had to deal with one child this evening. I do not have to deal with
Can I
another.
at least hold your hand?
That is darling. Yes.
I try.
Right.
All right, so we have at least a way to talk to somebody. We need to find the school. I forgot to ask her. I just didn't want to ask her more questions.
She was very
Yeah,
The
it
school
kind of
shouldn't be
looked
too
like
hard to find.
you were like this close to hitting her.
Aren't you proud of me?
We could
Probably. I wasn't there for the conversation.
we could go talk to the man who let me into the club. He might be. We might be able to tap him for some information, especially because I bought him a drink.
Sure.
All right.
So we'll look for the giant purple felt, the giant felt top hat.
Looking
Okay.
for a Muppet.
Basically.
Dr. Teeth.
So you find Reinhardt. He's over dancing. The bartender.
Gotta get those free drinks.
So, Mr. Reinhardt, I was wondering if you might be able to answer a couple questions for myself.
He'll keep dancing. Didn't we complete?
Oh, of course. Consider this. I'll owe you a favor. How about that?
Ooh, I like that. All right.
I thought you might be intrigued. Where do the Susans go to school?
At the university here.
Oh, do they have any particular things of study?
I am not exactly sure about the greater. I think she's all done with school. She's on to business. The lesser, I believe, is studying.
Transmutation. Now that's interesting. All right. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the remainder of your evening, sir. That is a fine chapeau.
Thank you. All right.
Hey, Merrick, did you mention the tweed?
Well, would I?
We got his name, Arthur. We should be okay.
Oh.
Was it Ban or
Ban.
Ban?
Ban.
I honestly stopped listening to her as soon as she started
Oh,
talking.
I can still hear it in my brain. All right, well, we go to the university, we speak to Ban, and maybe get a little bit more detail about this lost gauntlet.
Great.
That sounds
and
good.
I may have made a good connection as well. I've got a conference with him at 10. He's got like these little glasses that kind of like, it seems like he's got a database or something that he can just recall information. So I think I might be able to get some information out of him.
A conference
That's
at
good.
10?
Yeah, an odd time to have a conference, but he seemed to know a lot about ships and stuff. So when I was talking about, he even knew where Ashner's tooth was. I was able to watch his little glasses kind of like glow with information. So maybe he knows some
That
stuff
is
about the gauntlet.
Bonnie, is
Well, I want to know about this glass.
this
Yeah,
a
it was really neat.
conference with like just the two of you?
I didn't say I couldn't bring you guys.
Wait, so
You totally should bring us.
you spoke to a man
Mm-hmm.
who knew a lot about you, and you agreed to go to a conference at 10 with him.
At his house.
She didn't specify.
Oh, that's
Surprised
true.
he didn't offer to like whisk you away on his yacht.
He did ask me to come and see his galleon.
His
Oh,
what?
yeah. Okay.
He thinks
His
a lot
galleon,
of
it's
himself.
a giant. It's a
doesn't
big.
he?
I know what a galleon is.
Oh, sorry.
Bonnie.
It holds like at least 4 quarts.
I mean, he knew I'm from. I said I was from Ashnar, and it's a shipbuilding island, so he thought I might be interested. Am I missing something?
Bonnie.
Nope.
You go to a new
Yes.
town. Be careful going to a second location with someone.
That you don't
Just-
know by yourself.
He didn't buy you a drink, did he?
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Business transaction, right?
Bonnie, does it look like anyone here is doing business?
We just did business. You did business with Susan the Lesser.
Not
We
without
just had a transaction with Rice.
great tribulation.
What am I missing?
He wants to-
You got hit on.
Yeah.
We all
You got
started
hit
talking
on.
once.
We didn't put a finger on.
No.
So
Oh.
he wants to put more in you.
How do I understand this and not her? Wow. God. Jesus.
Oh, we're unedited. That's what you get.
Was this advertised as family friendly? Oh,
We're earning
No.
that mature rating. We're earning
No.
that shit.
Cut.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna cut that.
Cut that one out there. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Bonnie just looks at Merrick and turns bright red. I didn't realize that.
nope.
Yep. Clearly.
We should all go to this business meeting. We should all meet this fellow.
Let's go to the university first, and then we'll
Yeah,
sort this
let's-
out.
Yeah, university, 10 o'clock at night. Right.
It's not that late now.
Oh, what time of day is
I
it?
don't think it's nighttime yet, is it?
You guys left in the morning. It was a 10-hour drive, so it is later.
Oh,
It's the early evening.
all right.
Well,
Well,
we
we might be
might-
able to find somebody at the university.
Even if he's not there, we might be able to leave him like a letter. Wait, where are we supposed to stay tonight? We need to find a tavern. But if we could leave him a letter or something saying where he could find us. We should honestly, I don't
He
know.
might
I
have
didn't hear
office
the
hours
words,
posted.
but just like from watching the conversation, I don't think that girl was very helpful. Should we find her father?
I feel like I feel like he just hired us. I'm not sure he has much to do with this.
Is he at least more intelligent than her?
Oh, I have no idea, but either he's more intelligent and there's something else wrong with him, or more of that, and I don't really relish either. I agree with Merrick. I think there might be something to be said about office hours.
Might as well
Well,
go
at
and
least find out.
reconnoiter. Yeah, reconnoiter.
Exactly.
Find out what we can find out, and we don't need any final decisions tomorrow since we're, here and on the case. As it
Sure.
were.
We have. Adelaide pulls out her pocket watch. We have plenty of time before Bonnie's date. Let's go.
It's not a date.
Oh,
It's a date.
So where are you guys headed?
to the university.
All right. So how are you guys getting there? It's across town. It's a larger building, one of the largest in town. They do a lot of different things there. Lots of schooling.
Oh, if
Do they have any?
we ride under
Oh, go
that
ahead.
carriage, we'll be able to make it in about 45 minutes.
If we pay for a carriage, we'll be able to be in a carriage. We might need to time that out if we all are trying to fit under one. That's all. That's my only concern with that thought. Mary.
Right. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already out 6 gold for tonight, so.
I'll
As
cover
you
the
guys
carriage.
head outside to the front, you see the 2 bugbears still standing over in the middle of the street as a carriage pulls up out front. Not sure whose, but there's a carriage there. The driver kind of jumps up and gets down, sees you guys walking out. Is this for you?
Yes.
All right. And he pops open the door.
1 minute. Be right back. I'm going to take the pike and run it over to the guy that's missing his pike and hand it to him and say, "You got this." And then run back.
Okay. He takes his pike and kind of just looks at it. How long do you reckon we should? The other guy just shrugs.
Those poor boys.
Okay.
Adelaide will ask the carriage driver to take them to the university.
Seems like a strange place. Thought I was taking you home. Sure.
Sorry, I'm a guest. Where is home? I need to speak with my people to arrange for my valise.
I don't know. You would need to tell me.
Oh, I thought that you worked for. You're one of those.
It was just a change of plans.
Sorry.
University, please.
And probably 20 minutes later or so, you guys are dropped off at the university. All right.
Thank you. Adelaide will pay and give a tip.
He's not asking for pay, but he'll.
Sure.
Seems like it's a paid carriage for someone.
Give him this damn, like, do I break the economy if I just give him a gold?
Gold is about a day.
I'll give him a gold. I have a lot.
Maybe we should ask him to stay while we.
Sure. Yeah. Would you mind holding on for a few minutes? This is a very quick trip.
He kind of looks at as you head into the gold.
Thank you. We'll be as quick as we can.
If we're longer than 2 hours, you can.
He kind of looks at the gold.
Adelaide will pass him a second gold.
Oh, all right, definitely. He'll just kind of start grooming the horse.
Can I insight his reticence just to see like if he's like gaming us as far as the value?
2 gold is 2 days worth of wages. A couple hours is he has no problems with that. He doesn't seem like he's being worried about it. He pulls out the gear without even really looking at you guys a second time and starts to groom the horses. So he's obviously not seeming like he's.
Adelaide just sort of sighs as they walk away. Oh, it feels so nice to be able to pay people off again. Oh, all right. So to the transmutation department, I guess?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Hopefully there's good signage, unlike the Birchfield.
Which there is fairly good signage here. You guys start to find your way around. It still takes a while because it's a big place. But you guys eventually find the office of the Dean of Transmutation, which is Professor Brewser.
Does it look like closed for
No, there's lights
evening? Okay. Adelaide will knock on the door.
As you knock on the door through the glass and the little bit of etched, the etching and the painting that's on the door for the name and things, you can see a gentleman kind of sitting at a desk, and he kind of turns, kind of a meek looking sort of human, kind of salt and pepper hair, wearing kind of a just simple wizarding clothes. He doesn't jump, but he just turns, and he kind of stands up and kind of just waves it.
Excuse me, Dean?
Oh, please, Ban. My name's Ban.
Ban. It's nice to meet you. We are representatives of the Birchfield Institute out in Ashport.
Oh, I've heard a lot about your institute. A lot of good learning goes on there, and you deal with a lot
Yes.
of magic. Have you do you have any insight into magic poisoning?
Magic poisons.
It's weird.
No, magic poisoning, like being around too many
Oh.
magic items and strange effects starting to happen.
Oh.
Yes.
Only some experience with it, but what sort of insight were you looking for?
So far,
Um,
I've tried to shield myself from it.
I've just run into some strange anomalies with it, and I'm trying to find.
Oh, if
Oh.
you find one, please tell the Birchfield Institute.
I've been unsuccessful. I've been trying for a couple of years, but I have.
Oh, you must be
What
furious.
what can I do?
That's the trick, Kyle. He's always furious.
We've been hired by Susan the Lesser to find out.
A very very good.
Ah,
You don't have to
Really?
lie to us. She didn't hire us for
Oh.
anything having to do with her grades.
Okay, she's really adorable. She's very
Which wing is named after her father?
all of them.
That
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
It's
We've
okay.
been-
Only a year or two more, and she'll be out of my department soon.
Be strong.
Although she actually is very talented spellcaster, which is strange. She just won't apply herself or learn how to talk well. What are you doing here?
What a waste.
we were looking for information on the Infinite Tea Gauntlet. She said that you might be the person to
I've been
ask about
studying that. I thought maybe some of the teas that it could produce might help me with my cures, since they are types that can never be created again. So I've been studying it for about a year now. Well, what can I help you with?
We've been hired to retrieve it.
Oh, I think she did sort of casually mention something about that. I apologize. I'm not very prepared. What do you have any questions that I can answer for you?
last known
All of them.
locations, any potential
So-
guarded.
He kind of runs over. He pulls out this large parchment map and he kind of rolls it out. He says, "So this is the city here, and we are." And he kind of shows that the city is next to this, is built in this large valley, right at the edge of this valley, where two hilly kind of foothill or large hilly sort of almost mountain ranges kind of start to connect together. And in between them is this huge valley that it's being built into slowly. We're at basically the base. This here is the valley. In a long time ago, there used to be giants that were here. It was called the Valley of the Giants before we came here. We renamed it, and it was said that they had a small civilization deep within this part here, and he kind of points right to where the two hilly areas meet. Although it's been explored, but nobody's ever found it. But
I thought you said they were giants,
they were
but they had a small civilization.
a small giant
Relatively small.
civilization. We're talking maybe a village of 20 or 30 people.
Oh.
The understanding
Numerically small.
was that a large caravan came through this valley before it was settled, and that was the last known location of the Infinite Tea Gauntlet. It was with that caravan, and they disappeared here. So they think that they were attacked by these giants. So if it survived, it's probably somewhere here. And I've done some research and I've gone to this area and looked, but I've never been able to find the entrance to the location. So I don't know. That's where I'm stuck.
I am excellent at finding entrances to locations.
Is there a waterfall anywhere near there?
No waterfalls that I'm aware of.
Then we're fine.
Yeah.
You're just mad you were
uh,
wrong.
Sorry about that. Do you have any information or any clues on how to find the entrance? Anything that people have dug up over the years?
No, it seems like it would be very obvious, but these foothills are vast and they're very hard to traverse and to really get a collection of everything out there. I thought about using some magic, but I haven't had a chance to get out there to do it. Maybe a locate object or something like that could do it.
Hmm.
Well, we'd be an additional question. Susan hiring us, or Susan's father hiring us to locate the gauntlet. Is that gauntlet go? She mentioned a collection that maybe the gauntlet is meant to go into. Now, would that be a personal
She,
collection, or
yeah, she has the largest collection of historical tea artifacts out of anyone that I know, probably anywhere in the world.
now if we locate the gauntlet, is there a chance she'll let you use it for your research?
Oh, I'm sure she will. That's not a
Okay.
problem.
All right, then I would say that your research goals are very noble, and I wanted to make sure that you wouldn't be missing out on any knowledge you could accrue from it. I'm glad to hear that's not the case. Well, have you heard any stories about any sort of dangers that might be around the Valley of the Giants, or whatever it's called now?
There is a rumor that people who have been walking through the valley and through the small forest that sort of exists within it, they have seen a large green troll-like creature stumbling around through the forest. Yes, but no one has been attacked by it.
Not a
Mhm.
giant.
They say they can often hear laughter, sort of accompanying it.
That's interesting.
Sort
What's
of
the
like a. Go ahead.
what's the vegetation like in the
Well, it's some trees, but it's sparse in most parts. It can get a little thick towards towards the far side, where it hits up into the foothills.
I it occurs to me that I do have something that might be of assistance in your research.
Oh, I'm very excited to hear this. Please, what?
And Merrick will produce a piece of the taffy candy. Um, this we obtained from our institute, and we were. It's been saturated with energies of various types. So I would not advise eating it. The last person that I got to eat it was teleported off a train. Don't. Um, so
Was the
feel
train
free.
moving at the time?
Might have been.
You aren't sure?
I'm quite sure, but I'm not answering.
Oh, that
Not
doesn't really
even
make
us.
sense to me.
It's Schrodinger's train. It was both moving and not moving at the same time.
So why do you think this would help me in my?
You said, you were studying magical poisons, magical poisoning. So, something that might be, saturated with such a magical poisoning. I don't know.
Oh, you think this has been magically? It has magical poisoning itself. I've never heard
Possibly.
of an inorganic material having that, but I would love to take a look.
Wait, candy's inorganic.
Well, I meant sorry, non-sentient.
What's in this candy?
It's honestly, the candy is kind of like the embodiment of magical poisoning. If you eat it, something completely random happens, just like with the magic poisoning surges.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I would love to have that. Thank you.
Sure. And he'll hand over a piece.
So he's kind of like looking at it, like studying the wrapper and everything. Now he's like gets really intense.
Would not advise eating it.
or at least
No, I'm not. No, you don't eat the things you're studying. That would be.
I mean, sometimes you do.
I did do my entire thesis on ham sandwiches. So
that is the greatest thesis I have ever heard of. What was the conclusion?
they're tasty.
Yes,
Stone ground mustard.
very, very true.
Yes, I came to that same.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, man.
It's banned.
Yeah, fan.
Yes. Do you know the best place that we could take lodging for the evening after?
There's a couple of inns. Hold on. Anybody have a name for any?
How about chat?
Chat, what's the name? Give us
Chat,
a tavern
Chat,
name.
chat.
Yeah, give us a tavern name, peoples.
Give us a tavern name, chat. Come on, chat. Give us a tavern name. At Big Rock Candy Mountain.
I do like naming the tavern You Had Me at Sandwiches.
You had me at Sarah.
It's above a sandwich shop.
The dog's bollocks. I like that one. That if you're looking for cheap, the dog's bollocks is a good to go.
Ooh.
that-
Sounds like
It sounds less tasty than the ham sandwich.
oh, sorry, it's the dragon's bollocks. I apologize. I always get those two confused.
Damn, dog's bollocks would have been great. Complimentary tongue baths.
it. Different kind of inn, Merrick.
And then there's the Rusty Flagon, which is also fairly cheap.
Let's do that one.
Just comfortable. That's what I'm looking for.
Comfortable and without all of the crazy, ridiculous outfits from the palace.
That sounds like a good spot to settle in.
Sure. Thank you, Ban. It was a pleasure to meet you. And we wish the best of luck with your research.
Yeah,
Thank you for your help.
yeah, thanks a lot. Oh, actually, I have one more question because you actually know them both, at least a little bit. Given your knowledge of Susan the Lesser and her family, do you think we need to double check with her father that we're actually supposed to be going on this mission? Or is it likely that it's fine?
I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't know. I barely heard about it myself.
Do you know where we could find him?
Probably at his house. I don't know where that is though.
What are the Susan's surname?
Honestly, I don't
Or
know.
their-
I just know them by their titles.
What's their father's name?
Sir
Um,
Christmas.
Sir Crisp.
Sir Christmas.
All right.
Let's switch to the music level.
Why is this still in there?
Because it's the next folder.
Take it out of there. Take it out of there. We don't need it until no.
It's the Bob and Doug folder.
Doug is your brother, your little brother.
His
His name is Macintosh.
it's
I got that reference.
his name is Phil.
All right. Maybe we'll check in on him tomorrow. More appropriate hour.
Well, it's just after dinner. Could be, you know. We show up, Val can proselytize.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, Bonnie has a date.
Right,
not a
that's the
date.
right.
We can't be late for that.
You may not have thought it was a date
Oh.
when you scheduled it, but it was a date.
The scheduled a date. That seems.
all Mr. Star was trying to do was get some info. Yeah,
Joey's a good friend of mine.
He asked me.
He has some really, really neat things.
Like what?
Asked me about galleons.
Well, he's an artificer. He makes all these sorts of controls.
Does he sell them, or maybe let people
Oh
test them?
no. He lets me play around with them sometimes. He's been instrumental in my studies. He makes all sorts of devices for help. He has a train.
That's what he said. I don't have the best of luck with trains.
We did fine on the last one.
That's true. I did do okay.
You're 50-50, love. It's
But
fine.
apparently someone didn't. They teleported off the train. She looks at Merrick.
Yeah, it was the worst thing possible.
Thank you, Ben. You have a wonderful evening. We'll leave you to your work.
Thank
It's
you.
not a date, it's a conference. It's very different.
A little scoop them
Where,
up
where
towards
did
the
where did Joni pick you up? Where did you meet you?
The
door.
palace.
Pick you up.
At the palace.
He didn't pick me
It's a
up
it's a
anywhere.
date.
Second.
Did you talk to him
confirmation.
directly?
Yeah.
It's a date.
As opposed to what?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's got a lot of assistants that would have contacted you if it was.
He bought her a drink and was holding her arm.
Oh, it's a date.
Yeah.
That was a date. This will be.
Oh no.
Oh man, you don't know Joni evidently.
Does he have a 3-time rule as well?
I mean, not.
Adelaide smirks at Merrick.
All right then, to the dog's ball.
Good night, Ben.
All right. Thank you.
She'll
I hope I don't ever have to say that again.
to the dog's ball.
All right, so you guys head outside. Your carriage awaits, all right, where to next?
To the dog's bollocks, my good man.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, where?
It's a tavern.
The
Well,
Dragon's
I know where it is.
bollocks.
Dragon.
I don't. It's been
How
both.
about-
It
how
used
about
to be the dog's
a-
bollocks, but that sounded too crude, so they went to the dragon's bollocks, and that's the.
How's-
You just
how's
came
the
from the
next-
palace. I don't understand that.
So, take us to a place of comfortable lodging. How about
Okay.
Yes, if you have any suggestions.
Well, there is one Inns game is available.
In this game?
In-
In's game. In's game, okay.
All right, that sounds good to me. Let's go to Inn's game.
I would recommend though. I mean, there's very often you might hear things you don't want
to. No spoilers.
to. Yeah. So just.
Some of us haven't seen Captain Marvel yet. Even.
I've seen that one.
It's a bit cheesy.
So let's go to In's game.
It's very good.
So they take you over to Inn's game, and you head on in to the place. It's a very nice inn. So there's a small bar, but not anything. It's not as big and fancy as a lot of the taverns are. Mostly just for sleeping.
This is perfect.
Yes. So, Bonnie, are you going on your conference tonight?
Well, I don't know. If it gets us information about item we're supposed to find, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably not any harm in it.
Yeah, just be careful. Just go in there knowing that it may not be a conference.
I don't want to accidentally hurt anyone's feelings.
Then just be upfront. Let them know that you were let in on the fact that it might be considered a date, and you're not interested if you're not interested. So you can find
And
out
if you
whatever-
are, and have fun.
Sure.
I'm
He does have a boat.
That doesn't mean I'm interested like that. I mean, I'm interested in the boat because it's a boat.
Well, yeah.
It's not about the boat.
It's about the motion of the ocean.
Is it about the size of the boat?
That's
I'm gonna go to bed.
Me too.
I'm gonna stay up a while.
Wait up for
Okay.
me?
Who are we? Are we meeting her father, Susan's father, tomorrow? Or are we going?
That might be for the best, just to pop in, confirm actual information about the contract.
Right. Merrick, are you going to be keeping a close eye on the activities tonight, or are you staying?
Keeping a close. What?
Are you going to be... Is Bonnie going to have any backup, or are we just going to let her be an adult?
Bonnie, would you require any assistance this evening?
I appreciate the offer, but I'm a big tough girl. Tie my own boots and everything.
Perfect. There we have it.
Right. So I will stay up and have drinks with you, Merrick.
Perfect. There we have it.
All right. You know where to find us if you need help.
Right. I've got sending, just in case. And you said be direct, right? About things?
Mhm.
And if you're direct and things still turn out all right, I hope you have a lovely evening.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
And find out how those glasses work.
I will. I will.
I'll
Those
just
are very
take them.
interesting.
Mhm.
We'll see.
What?
I
We'll see.
didn't hear that.
How is this for
But I didn't
direct?
say don't
Merrick,
worry.
I'm very interested. And Bonnie leaves the
In stealing the glasses, we know. Adelaide will pat Merrick on the back. All right, that's enough show for one day. I'm going to...
Yeah. Arthur, you might want to order Merrick some water. I think he's choking on his own tongue. Night, Merrick. Night, Arthur. And she'll head up to bed.
No, this is a beautiful treat.
He's still there with the little Kid Rouge. Looking like Raggedy fucking Andy.
Merrick will dig into his bag and pop out the bottle of 26 that he stole from his mother, and the leftover sandwich that he has. You didn't save yours?
I ate all of them. What do you mean, save them? Save them?
Well, we can probably one of the other two. Once they're snug, we can always replace it with. My mother cooks for 12 people at a time.
You're saying that you have more?
I'm saying that there will be. And Merrick will bust out his. He's got a deck of 3 Dragon Ante, and start dealing. Cracks open the bottle of wine.
All right. So you're at one of 2 tables in this place. It is not meant to be a long-term bar, but you're welcome to be there. I mean, it's just not. They don't want it to be a towny bar. They want it to be just for their guests.
Cool.
You're probably the only ones in the bar right now. All right, Bonnie. So where are you going?
Is there an uncorking fee?
Yeah. After the end of the night, you will be presented with a bill for bringing your own bottle.
Bonnie is headed to Joni Starr's house.
Okay, so it doesn't take you long to find up at the just the crest of the first set of hills, up at kind of the highest point up there. There's a large 2-story building, and it is much wider and deeper than it is tall. So it kind of looks like a large, almost like warehouse like building. And as you get up to it, there's a huge sort of fence around the entire thing that every once in a while kind of crackles with lightning energy, just kind of around the entire thing. Sounds like a taser going off as it does. It just kind of goes all the way around from both sides of the front gate all the way to the back. On the front of the gate, it's a large wrought iron gate that is just this beautiful, intricate lines and things with huge T and S right there on the front. And as you walk up, it's kind of pops in the middle and starts to open by itself.
Wow. Okay. Definitely not the tooth.
A little duo drone comes running up, has a little like a little almost like a little wagon. It's big enough for a couple people to sit in, and it's padded and conditioned. It looks like a little rickshaw. And he kind of stops.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
Well, how about yourself?
I am very good. You're here to see Mr. Starr?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
I'm Bonnie Reed.
Bonnie, I'm Tuesday. I was built on a Tuesday.
It's nice to meet you too.
So here you go. And he points to the...
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Hold on. And he lifts you up and he starts just kind of jogging up the path. The stop up the house. It takes a couple of minutes. It's a pretty long way from...
This is a very large...
It is a very large place, yes.
Have you been here long?
I've been here, yes, probably a long time. At least 12.
That is a long...
And he goes up and he opens the front door. It opens into this marble-lined entryway with these 2 huge mahogany staircases going up to the second floor. It is just beautiful, well lit, and just gorgeous. This very large, long, almost impossibly long rug in the front entryway, going all the way back past the foyer into the second room. Standing at the top of the stairs is this gnome sitting in a kind of a smoking jacket and some nice slacks, and he's got a brandy. He's got in his hand 2 brandies.
Well, this is quite the place.
It's okay for a summer home. As he kind of starts walking down the stairs.
Oh.
Tuesday, have a good time. And he turns and heads back out and takes the rickshaw off as the door's shut. He comes up and hands you one of the brandies.
Well, thank you. Joni, may I be frank for just a moment?
Be whoever you like.
My friends may have said that I may have misconstrued your meaning in conference, and that this was more of a date. And I apologize if I misunderstood.
Nobody has ever called me subtle before. Is that what you're saying?
I could be just very clueless as well.
All right. Well, if you're not here for dinner and a nice evening, what can I do for you?
Well, I am interested in getting to know you better, because I do find your your ideas with boats very fascinating as well. And I met Professor Brewster earlier today, who said that you were an absolutely technical genius. So I'd be interested in hearing more about your innovations.
I tinker now and then. Ban is the smart one.
Sorry. I was curious if you
I'm just
have
kidding, by the
ever
way. I'm
heard.
brilliant. And he turns and starts walking into the next room. So what do you have anything in particular that you're interested in talking about?
I was wondering if you knew anything about the Infinite Tea Gauntlet.
Bruce was looking for that. I helped him out a little bit. Brucer.
Yeah, we were. My compatriots and I were sent here to look into its location. I thought maybe with your interesting little glasses, you might have some extra information.
He's not wearing them right now. Well, I meant I have all sorts.
Well, I would definitely be interested in hearing what you have to say.
Again, I've given it all to Ban. If you've spoken with him, he probably knows.
Okay. Logan, can I make an insight check just to see if I believe him? I want to make sure he's like not hiding anything or anything like.
He's hiding all sorts of things, but
Yeah.
what in particular is making you feel like? What is it? What is it in particular?
I want to know if he's maybe concealing information, like maybe he didn't give everything to Ben, or.
But could he be doing? What would you?
I don't know.
Okay, you just want to know what you want to know if you have a hunch about him. Go ahead.
I'm not great at insight. Let's see here.
You don't slide over the hood. You slide over the.
Well, yeah, I don't know anything because that's a natural one. So.
All right. So yeah, you
were charmed by him.
You seem to think he's telling the truth. For the most part, you don't think that there's anything hiding. But for the most part, my understanding is that there's some creature in the woods here, some sort of large green, maybe a giant. People have been talking about that is supposedly the home of which houses this infinite tea gauntlet. So I would start by finding this large green monster and maybe following it back to its home.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Somewhere in the valley.
Mm-hmm. So, how did you create those glasses of yours? Those were
I
very
create everything incredible in my life, except for you.
Bonnie blushes because she does not know how to handle. Thank you. That's very. Tell me about your galleon. I've been away from home too long.
I have worked with Ban and a few others at the university here, and we are working on developing the ability to harness water elementals to make it go faster.
Really?
It's a work in progress right now. It's difficult to speak with them without very powerful magics, but we're making it happen.
I suppose even a simple comprehend language only gets you one way.
Well, there's lots of magics that can do it, but the problem is that really truly understanding them is very, very different, and it takes a lot of my time being there because I'm the only one who seems to be able to negotiate with them, and I just don't have the time.
I understand. You seem like you're very busy. Do you ever sell any of your inventions or anything like that?
No need to.
Betterment of the common people, not a.
Well, I'll give it away if I need to at that point. If I believe it's something that will actually better them.
Oh. Fair enough. That's a good Bonnie will sit and take a sip of her brandy. So are you a fan of music then, or is that why you approached me, or was it?
I am a fan of anyone who is as talented as you are.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very flattering.
And anyone ostentatious enough to walk into a place and start outplaying the performers that were hired there. You
Well,
remind me a lot of me.
Wow. That's a kink.
right?
Yep.
Ah. Sometimes I can't help myself when
I hope so.
music is. Once Tessa is very amused. Bonnie is so clearly. One smooth motherfucker. So if you're harnessing the power of water elementals, you would definitely need the, Tessa just forgot the name of the thing she invented at the beginning. The ballast oak to stand up to the pressure that would be created.
It might be helpful. I have a few other options in mind as well.
Such a.
He'll go into shop talk with you a little bit more at this point. I think we're going to go ahead and skip over the rest of the scene. I'm going to guess you're going to leave without anything else happening. Or no? Is there a chance?
No, I don't think there's. She's very curious and a little intrigued, but she has another object of interest, and
That's
she
fine.
doesn't want to be. Without having that conversation with said person, she wouldn't want to cross that. You guys are awful.
You're going to do that
Just
to the cat. Jesus. Sorry, everyone. The reason everyone's giggling is because of crap happening behind the scenes.
Sorry, we should be
Jeez,
putting it in real chat so everyone can
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You should be
Into
putting it in
Discord, yeah.
chat. Yeah, not into Discord. Put it into the
I'm
share with our audience.
Tessa is personally very, very tempted to see where that would. But maybe she would leave with the promise of getting together another time should she be available. If he was still.
Don't use my. Never mind.
I'm not gonna log into Twitch twice, okay?
So stop logging in.
I'll stop naming videos then.
You can name videos as. Can you not? You're supposed to be able to. It's on the list of things you can do. All right,
It's fine.
never mind.
This is shop talk.
Because that's what Fennec does. That's what she does all day. So
Any hoozle. Yes, Bonnie would leave the door open should Merrick decide he was not interested. Because
All right.
Bonnie's not actually sure where Merrick sits on that fence.
sure. Give me a. Give me Chris.
Check, not save, right?
Check. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're not trying to. You're not.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice. So before you leave, he does mention there might be someone that you can help look in. He doesn't know the person's last name. You kind of only heard of him in passing, but he has a tendency to keep his his ears open and his eyes on the valley. His name is Francis, and he's somebody you want to talk to about maybe getting as a guide.
Thank you. That's incredibly kind, and I appreciate it. Thank you for a wonderful evening. She will bend down and give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay.
And then head back.
All right. Where Merrick is waiting up.
I had read many clues and went to bed early enough where Merrick would be left alone for Bonnie's return.
She's definitely back in a reasonable amount of time for a meeting.
So you said that there's not really a bar, but there is kind of a bar there. Is there a bartender?
There is a bartender.
So, Bonnie, you enter the ground floor of the establishment.
There's candles everywhere.
Okay.
Merrick is laying on a table full of rose petals.
Merrick is... Sorry, there's a helicopter. It's going to decay and destroy our base.
Legit, I have frozen in absolute terror when I've heard a helicopter go overhead before.
I feel like Ray Liotta right now. It's following me. So we're going to go ahead and say Merrick is sitting at the bar with, since Arthur left him to his own devices. It's just... I don't know, man. She's just... It's like... She's... it's... There's a... It's like... So...
Is this to Arthur or to the bartender?
The bartender.
Okay,
I went to bed, Logan.
got it.
Ringo Starr is really drunk, you guys.
Let him out of the trunk. Yeah. I don't know what to say. It's I don't even. You've seen this before, right? You're a barkeep. You know these things. What do you what should I do?
Yeah.
Man, a few words. I like it.
Turns out someone just, the bartender just enchanted a broom to say that in response to anything.
Put a wig on a broom, stick it up there.
You're not so bad looking yourself.
Yeah.
Bonnie's just kind of leaning against the wall now with an eyebrow raised, very amused.
You look like you could really clean this place up.
Yeah.
And like you do naughty things.
Merrick?
Yeah, that's me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you need to go to bed?
He's 26 sheets to the wind.
I thought he'd frozen. He was that good. I thought his camera had frozen.
Yeah.
Oh. Wasn't entirely the welcome back I was hoping for, but...
Welcome back! Bandit says hello too.
I'm Bandit.
He's the bar
It's the
dog.
bar dog. You know the dog's bollocks?
So we didn't go to that. It's next door.
Why do you
You see,
think he
that
ran
dog-
away here?
That dog died, and it's like the class gerbil. They just keep replacing it every summer with a new gerbil, and it's it's just a different gerbil every year. So it's like hello,
Hi.
you've got a nice ass.
Thank you.
I think I need.
No, you broke up. I didn't hear you.
No,
I'm really excited.
He slurred. You didn't hear it.
That was in character. You cut out. That was all in character. Merrick, what did you...
I genuinely didn't.
I think I need to throw up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Offers a bucket. Yeah.
Let's get you up to your room.
Is your room too? We only got the one.
Okay. That doesn't make that any less awkward. Oh. Did you want your own room?
Sure. Are you offering? You know,
I
Adelaide.
thought I made that fairly clear when I left.
You know, Adelaide's my mum.
No, I've met your mom.
But I'll be your dad.
Cut.
I'll take a second room, please. Oh, fucking
Holy shit.
See.
Yeah. Pan to the fucking fireplace.
So, you guys head upstairs, I guess?
And Merrick falls asleep
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm pretty
touches-
sure.
Steps through the door frame and just falls over.
I legit
So
rolled a
about-
4 on that con save.
Nice. So after about 4 seconds, 5 seconds after you leave the bar area, you hear "yeah" one more time, and then about another 5 seconds after that, you hear the broom.
I love that was part of the fiction.
Bonnie
This
basically
is shenanigans. Everything becomes fun.
puts Merrick in bed and rolls out her sleeping bag next to it just in case he's sick or needs help at any point.
You just put a Gallagher plastic? Is that what you?
Some breathability issues there.
No, I said I put him on the bed and I roll my bedroll out in the room, kind of
sure,
close to
yeah.
the bed in case he
Gallagher
Yeah,
plastic.
sure.
Or Dexter.
In case of girding.
In case of girding.
Ugh. Or vomiting because he drank too much.
Yes.
That's good. Body's prepping to be in the splash zone in case Merrick rolls
It's
over.
the hurting.
Yeah.
She put the tarp up over her sleeping bag.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I'm gonna say a 14. I don't generally.
Hey, Kai,
Hey, Logan.
you got a really low save there. You played up like. Give me a D100.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh boy.
He eats a piece of candy in his sleep. Sleep eater.
He throws up and he looks for anything to get rid of the taste.
It's minty. We established this. How about a 40?
46.
I don't know if we've rolled that before.
One would assume he's shuffled it.
Fireball.
Oh no, Bonnie and Merrick's stuff goes up in flames again.
Again.
So, Merrick, you wake up in your bed. Good job.
Thank you.
At your feet, you see
Oh no.
you see 13 tiny mice. They are all standing up on their hind legs. As soon as you start to stir and kind of rub your eyes and look, they scatter, leaving what appears to be a tiny little piece of flat wood, and on top of it there are several little pieces of bread crusts and cheese crumbles, and there are several pieces of your hair that have been cut.
In tribute?
Bonnie,
You okay?
But you wake up in time to hear the skittering of little animals, little rodents, but you don't see anything, and then it's gone.
What?
I think
Sorry.
I need to see if this is a group hallucination or if it's just me, or if it's not one at all.
Okay.
There were mice all over my bed, and there's breadcrumbs and cheese rinds and hair from my head.
No, the hair's gone.
Oh,
You just have several hairs that have been cut. A lock of your hair has been cut out of your hair.
oh, fuck these mice. Now how long it takes for me to...
Can't hear you. Oh,
Bonnie sits up. Basically, just gets up, just wearing her shift, for lack of a better. Turns and comes over. What do you? Can I see the little plank
Oh,
with
yeah.
the breadcrumb? No, you're not having a hallucination because I can see it too.
Do I hang on to it? It seemed... It wasn't here when I went to bed, right?
No, because I made sure you got to bed okay, and you did not have it in.
You didn't feed me bread and cheese.
No, I wasn't going to put anything in your body last night for fear that it might have come back.
Thank you, consent is important. I think I need to save this. I don't know why.
Okay.
This means something. This is important.
This... Maybe Addie will have something in one of the books.
Maybe.
Who knows? I don't...
Are you feeling better this morning?
I seem to be...
Aside from the mice, yes?
You know, I'm very, very small, but I have abnormally large kidneys and...
That's probably good.
I have to go to the bathroom constantly.
Right, well, I'll get out of your hair so you can get ready for the day.
Right. Well, I didn't say anything untoward last night.
If you want, I will forget all of it and pretend nothing happened.
I already have.
You told me I had a nice ass.
Well, then I was speaking the truth.
And that Adelaide may be your mom, but you would be my daddy. Exactly what... Nothing happened while I was out, just so you know.
he looks at the cheese and crumbs. Something happened.
Right. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I am going to go bathe.
All right. I will see you later.
What's happening with Arthur, Val, and Adelaide during that time?
We're sleeping.
Yeah.
Probably.
Adelaide did not take however many beds were in that shared room. Adelaide had 2 chairs back, like front to front, and she tried to turn that into sort of a cocoon thing with her bed roll. Did not go well. She woke up and was like, ow.
Adelaide, you should really just take the bed. I can sleep on
No,
the floor. I have to do it all the time.
You got their first rule, no take backs. It's fine. I'm just, oh, that was a mistake. Okay. And she just sort of sits for a while with her head on her knees, like, nope, that was bad. Yeah,
Shall-
pretty much.
I'll have food sent up.
Sure. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. And coffee. Please, coffee.
Sure, yeah. With or without whiskey?
Just coffee. But thank you. She will just start blearily looking for her stuff. And
Find it.
how many days till I can pull another book? Too many. Because I realized last time that it's a week in game, not a week out of game. I'm like, man, I get to pull a book every single session. That's not how this works.
Nope. We're not doing real time no more.
Yeah.
Bonnie is going to head downstairs to get breakfast and let Merrick get ready in peace. He's only mildly disappointed.
Bonnie, you could take that up to our room. We're having breakfast up there, it appears, this morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How did your evening go? Did you make it home? Well, you've made it home safe, but
Thank you. I made it home safe and in a reasonable and proper time for a young lady to be home who has no escort. And found a very, very intoxicated Merrick and made sure he got some sleep. But other than that, it was a good night.
ah, yes. He was that way when I left him, in fact. So I hope he had stopped, but yeah, who knows?
That's okay.
Can Val try to help Adelaide so that her back isn't sore? Can I roll a medicine check so that Adelaide's not
Like a
walking
little
on
to the
pain?
left. Like, can you use your elbow? Just like, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. All right, that's a 13, so that's a 20.
Okay, great. It was
Yeah, probably
13.
helps
Like,
better.
oh, too hard.
She's a
Oh,
chiropractor.
sorry. Oh. Yeah, we deal with a lot of sore muscles and backs. So, sorry about that.
Sometimes just being out and camping and all that stuff, roughing it like that, it looks really easy. And then it just, I don't know. I miss
Well,
having my own room.
We probably could have afforded 2 here, honestly.
Yeah. And waste not, want not, and all that. And they'll probably audit us when we get back. And I just don't want to deal with the hassle.
That's fair.
We did indeed have 2. Arthur says he brings the food up. Bonnie and Merrick shared a room, apparently.
Oh.
Nothing happened.
Oh, okay.
Comes,
good.
as Bonnie comes back, he comes in right behind Arthur carrying her breakfast.
Thank you for not waking us up.
Of course.
Are we?
How did that go?
Merrick or the conference?
Both.
Conference went fine. I got a little bit of extra information. Another gentleman named Francis that Joni recommended as a potential guide. He keeps an eye on the valley.
Great.
I think I made an idiot of myself by telling Merrick that I was interested in, so I'm just gonna pretend it. I don't think he's interested, so.
I mean,
That wasn't the impression I got.
Nope.
the jaw on the floor didn't say not interested to me.
He was the first one to volunteer to wait up for you.
It's true.
Should we skip the father and just go look straight for Francis? I feel like that would be, now that we have that new.
A good plan. Let me go leave a note for Merrick. Let him know we're in here.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say let him know we headed to the valley.
No.
Just let him catch up again.
That's
No, I wasn't
his thing, right? He just catches up later.
I just wanted to make sure he was,
Sure.
that he doesn't want to. I'll be right back. She goes into the room and just writes a little note and puts it on the bed. Hey, we're in the other room. There's breakfast.
What's the bathroom situation like in this
Communal in the hall.
Okay.
It's a situation.
Yeah, he's just gonna, if they have hot water, he's gonna take a
They have hot
quick.
water.
Cool. Yeah.
You went to the night. So they're clean. There's hot water. There's probably enough stalls for everyone. They're more private. You get a little tiny room to yourself, a little closet off of the shower for yourself. Yeah. It's just there's like maybe 3 for the entire floor.
Can I prompt Bonnie to roll a perception check?
Okay.
What is she sneaking in?
No. I'm not being anything untoward.
Okay.
If
a
it's
little
what I think it is, I have a response to it.
23. Okay, that's adorable.
You can't do any more.
That one is public domain. Absolutely.
That's adorable.
Okay, there's a little bit more of a smile on her face as she puts the note down on the bed. She's like, okay.
When Bonnie leaves the bedroom, Adelaide just sighs and says out loud to the others in the room, "Oh, that just seems exhausting." She just sort of like vaguely indicates what the situation that just left the room.
Yeah, potentially.
Mhm.
Well, if we have to, I'll lock them in a fucking room so they figure it out. I don't want to deal with this back and forth shit while we're trying to get our jobs done.
Yeah.
Well, Val's just like, they're gonna get laid.
I mean, a room is probably too big. Make it a closet.
Fair. Can't escape each other that way.
7 Merricks in heaven.
No, he's got to learn clone first.
God. With what we've been talking about, my brain was like, I invoke duplicity. Oh, look, she gets 2 of them.
We just wear a trench coat and we become one.
I will say, she's gone for the halfling and the gnome. I think Bonnie might have a type.
Just eating breakfast then.
So
Adelaide will
but you're up in the room.
chug.
Yeah.
So you hear some commotion downstairs. Somebody kind of being just boisterous, kind of loud, talking through the hallways, and somebody trying to kind of calm them down. Or downstairs, so it comes up through the hallway and the thing. But it's muffled, but there's some sort of commotion downstairs.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Yeah. I'll go with you.
All right. Val's gonna head downstairs.
Adelaide follows with this very slow coffee drink while she's walking.
As you get down there, there's a woman who is talking with the bartender, sort of a little bit hysterical, but not like completely, just a little excited, but not in a positive way. And she's like, "It was huge. It was like 3 stories tall. It attacked the farm. It was Oh, it was horrible. It killed half the livestock. It's the worst disaster we've ever dealt with.
Did you get attacked by something? Is everyone all right?
At the edge of town, several of the livestock are dead, but it ran back off into the valley.
And why are you yelling at a broom?
It's the actual bartenders.
But he also still goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it green?
Yeah. It was giant. It wasn't giant. It was some sort of large, giant-like troll, maybe. It's hard.
Pretty bulky?
Yeah, a little. Sort of.
Incredible.
Was it
is
jolly?
incredible.
There was a hideous laughter going along with.
Mm. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Oh, good morning. You look refreshed.
Sure.
Okay then.
Adelaide.
Thank you for the company and the.
Should I watch my back? I don't know. Guys.
It certainly sounded kind of threatening, didn't it?
Would
I
caffeine
do a pat down, make sure everything's still.
Would caffeine replenish your stores, Merrick?
I'm sure it would replenish mine, but I'm more interested in what's going on with this farm. Since what's the name of your farm?
It's a good question. It's not our farm. I don't know which one it was.
What's the name of the farm at which this event occurred?
I just said I don't know.
So you didn't actually see the creature, you just heard about it?
I saw it, yes. It attacked a farm. I don't know all the farms in the
Ah.
area. How
Miss-
dare
Not very.
I don't know, try punching me and we'll find out.
She's been through a
Odd
lot.
flex, but all right.
Yeah.
I need more coffee.
I'm sorry. Sorry, ma'am.
So now that we can ignore Miss Not Helpful, because she doesn't know anything.
She might know France.
Ma'am, do you know a Francis?
No, I don't know a Francis.
Right, you're
The
right.
bartender
She's-
looks over.
she's completely.
They keep talking a little bit, and a couple of seconds later, the bartender says, "I do know. I know that farm. It's Monte's farm.
Monty's.
Yeah,
Okay.
Del Monte.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What kind of produce do they grow?
All sorts.
It's
They're also a can.
Oh, I've heard of them. They're the ones that sell the little with the little the one single thing in the cup, right? Little red guy.
Yeah, a single pear slice in a cup. Yes.
I don't know what it's called. It's the little red.
The fruit cocktails.
Cherries?
Yes, one of those. But it.
All right. So Del Monte Farm.
right.
Um,
Sounds like we have a
whereabouts would that?
destination.
Whereabouts would that be?
On the edge of the city, closest
Alright.
where the giant is.
Well, I suppose we have a direction in which we should go.
Sounds like it.
Who knows? Maybe we'll walk outside and there'll be a carriage waiting for us.
No such luck.
Yeah.
Let's say I don't think I made that much of an impression.
So you guys are heading
Heading for the farm.
heading for the farm at the edge of the valley, in which resides the Jolly Green.
Yep.
And that's where we're going to end for today. Thank you, everyone, for being here and putting up with us, specifically me. I really appreciate that. And we will. Perfect. Always leave them wanting more. Thank you, Autumn. And we. That's it. That's it for us. We're gonna go ahead and. What are we gonna do? Should we do?
Let's
Sure.
raid.
Let's raid. Let's do a raid. Right. Let's take a look. Yeah, we'll do a raid. Let's go see who is. Ooh, Scabby Rooster. Let's go say hi to Scabby Rooster.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank, since I seem to be forgetting to do it because I get stuck in these games too much, we would like to thank our sponsors, World Anvil, which is the most robust world building and campaign management software that exists. You can go try it for free with one of their free accounts over at World Anvil, and then they have some premium accounts that offer a lot more flexibility and a lot more customization that you can do and make it look really, really amazing. If you are looking to get into building your own world or just managing a campaign that you're doing, you can't go wrong with World Anvil. So go to worldanvil.com and light up the forge. Then you can go to dieharddice.com and use the coupon code Goonies and get 15% off your order. That coupon code works once for anyone, well, not just once ever. That would be horrible, but just once for any one person. So you can go and get your set of dice just like we have up there. And I think next month, or later this month, we'll be doing a giveaway for Die Hard Dice. So be tuning in for that. I don't know which episode, but I got to talk to them. But I think that is going to happen. So come along and let's have some fun there. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the show through our sub drive and through donations and through bits and all of the great stuff that you do. And we really, really, really appreciate it. Also, thank you for telling your friends about us. You know, we really appreciate everyone who goes out there and spreads the word and spreads love. I know we had a lot of new people here today. If any of you are still here, let us know what you thought and if you enjoyed it. And you can always get in touch with us here, there, at nerdsmith.org or anywhere. We're proud to be part of the Nerdsmith Network. You can go and check out all the amazing shows over there, like Geek Thyself, which is a show that Heather and our good friend Russell do. It is a show where you learn about a different topic every week, and they just kind of go through and do a quick little half an hour, 45-minute show where they talk about a particular topic, and it changes every week. It's a bunch of geeky, nerdy stuff. So if you're interested in obscure knowledge or maybe learning something new about something you already know about, go take a listen. Geek thyself before you wreck yourself. Is that what you guys are going with?
No.
Absolutely
All
not.
right.
No.
What
No,
else, you guys? What was the other one? There's a couple other good ones. We're working on that. We're workshopping that one.
I don't know. We didn't go with that one though.
All right. So, anyways, thank you guys again. We're going to go ahead and do this raid, which I should have started already.
What's our raid cheer?
What is our raid cheer?
It's a date, Bonnie.
It's a date, Bonnie? No, what else we got?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. That's perfect. Alrighty, guys.
I'll be your daddy.
I'll be your daddy.
Oh,
All right. So if you're interested in live action role play, Scabby Rooster, that's what they do. They do a live improv theater role play every week. So that's where we're going to go take a look. It is really cool. Thank you guys very, very much for being here. We will be back next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow at noon PST on this channel for Discover RPG with our very special guest, Chad from Chaotic Goodness Podcast. We're going to be talking about prep work, lack thereof, or overwork. That's our the two options.
Or
there.
the things in between, you know.
Or the things that, well, no, I think those two are fine. All right, everyone, goodbye, and thank you.
Bye-bye.
And we're out.
Oh my god, you guys. Please go look at the public
I saw
Shenanigoons
it.
server and what Matthew
it.
did.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I'll be there in a
Amazing.
second.
It's amazing.
He made the ASMR show.